without a doubt, it's the Brack Show. And then probably like a rack of lamb. Sorry about that. What's up, everybody? Eric here, Tabletop Haven, coming at ya with another After One-ish plays of a big guy, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. This guy was on my radar, and Black Friday bonkers deal on Amazon. I think they had it for like $85, and then I had like a $25 Amazon gift card because like those are just laying around like candy nowadays. So yeah, I like $60 I got this thing for. But anyway, a little annoyance is when it was delivered. I don't know if it was when the delivery guy dropped it on the porch or when they threw it in the truck, but like it like split the seam pretty good. I did a pretty decent job. My wife was like, you could probably just send it back. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. But it is really pretty significantly split. But, I'm a master craftsman when it comes to fixing game board boxes. Not really, but it is decently fine. But, anyway, so let's talk about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. How have I played this game? I have played this game solo. Strictly solo. I am roughly 5 plays. Okay, so there is 3 tutorial missions. I played the first tutorial with 4 characters, and then after that I switched to 2 characters and played. So I played the second, I played the third, I played the fourth twice. So I guess that'd be 5 plays. Alright, so let's talk a little about the game. I'm a big fan, well, I should say I was a big fan of the Assassin's Creed video games. I haven't played them in a long time. I was like the OG in like Assassin's Creed 2, and then I played a little of, I think, Black Flag. So like that's kind of the area of Assassin's Creed. I have not delved into any of the newer ones. I think they're like Origins or something like that, and then there's like Valhalla or Ragnarok or, I don't know, some Assassin's Creed Norse situation. I haven't dealt with any of those. But this one, it might have been a Brotherhood of Venice video game I never played. But anyway, regardless, how this game works so far, just tutorial. So I think I'm hoping the game like climbs, because tutorial right now, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's just figuring it out. I feel like I'm 5 games in and I'm still figuring it out, and I think part of the reason that is because I don't think the rulebook does a fantastic job of telling you what you need to know even from early on. There is after game breaks, which there's going to be minor spoilers here. So minor spoilers through 0.4. So if you don't want to know any of that, then stop watching. But I'm going to go into a little bit of minor spoiler here. So Mission 4, you are trying to unlock your headquarters. And so up until Mission 4, you have what's called a villa. Now, it really doesn't tell you anything. It would be very nice if the rulebook is laid out quite nicely, but the sections they have in the headquarters and the rulebooks, I think, are not done well enough. There needs to be more. The villa, I think, is only for the very first 3 missions. So they should just have that section and really lay out okay, here you go, after you finish a mission, this is what you should do, blah, 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 blah. And I don't feel like it does a good enough job of that. Then we get to the headquarters. To be fair, I have read through all of the headquarters things, but I'm hoping there's more to be discovered, but at the same time, the rulebook doesn't have a ton more in it that I feel like I can discover, but I'm hoping that maybe as I play it more, it will make kind of more sense and kind of fall into place more for my brain, because right now my brain's a little okay, I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I kind of know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know when and where. It's not clear enough for me at this point, but I'm playing it solo, so I can just wing it. And if you plan on playing it solo, you can figure it out. So, let's talk a little about the game. How it works is you are designated a mission. It'll give you a little bit of a story, like a paragraph. Nothing too crazy. It'll give you a map setup. So it's a tile-based map, and so you're going to have a variety of different tiles placed out. You got tiles. You have roof tiles. The back side is going to have, sometimes they'll have a wall, and it'll explain that during setup, like, okay, there's a wall against here, and here's an indoor space with 3 walls, and that goes there. And it shows you exactly how to lay out the map, and it's very easy to set up. I wouldn't say, like, insanely quick, but it's relatively quick. There's also water spaces. They give you, the water space, they give you a certain tile. You can't use ranged weapons when you're in a water space. Okay, so little things like that. I feel like the game itself is very streamlined, very, it's an action point based system, so you have like 3 actions you can do on your turn, and it starts you out very simply. Here's what you can do. You can spend 1 action to move, and generally your moving is 1 tile to 1 tile. You can attack, you can search. So like, there's not a ton of stuff you can do. So the turns are quick. The games go quick so far. Again, just through the tutorial. But like, you can like hammer out a game, especially if you start knowing what you're doing. Like, okay, your turn is quick. If you're playing 4 players, or playing 4 characters, it's going to be a little longer. Obviously, you have more bookkeeping to deal with. But the enemy turn is very efficient. It's like, here's what happens, here's where the bad guys spawn, and this is where they go, this is what they do. Their movement is based off of event cards, which happen every round, which is cool. The event system, it could be good things, it could be bad things, it's random, and I like that, because it's just interesting. It just adds every turn you got a little something to think about, a little extra. And when you have just real basic gameplay that I think is good, I like the basic gameplay of just, here's a few things you can do them efficiently, maximize your turn, maximize your characters. Each character has their own little abilities, and just run around and have some fun. So let's talk a little about, let's first go into characters. Alright, so we got characters. The player characters, I don't have the Kickstarter version, I just have the retail version. So they do have all the they do not come, I painted these, I started to paint them, I'm not fully done. But you have the 4 main characters that come, and those are miniatures. And then there's also a 5th one that is not a surprise, but he gets unlocked later. And so you're basically going to be moving around your miniatures. In the Kickstarter version, all the enemies come as miniatures as well, but they're just standees in the retail version, and I am perfectly okay with that, because it fits fits tidily in the box quite nicely. Don't have to really stress about it. Don't have to really worry. They're nice standees. You can tell what they are. We got the crossbowman, and then we have the agile guard. They give you nice handy-dandy cards about, okay, this is what crossbowman is. This is what he attacks for. This is how much health he has. He has 1 health. He attacks for 1 dice. This guy attacks with 2 dice. He has 1 health. So, like, it's really standard. They have little descriptions about the enemy and what they can do special. Crossbowmen can shoot from a nearby space, which is orthogonally adjacent. Agile guards can climb onto roofs. Typically, guards can't go onto roofs unless there's a ladder. The assassins can climb up and down roofs anytime they want. Roofs. I'm going to say roofs because that's what I've been going with. And then so the guards are going to be scattered around. There are going to be more guards spawning every round in different locations. And then this is the alert token here. Starts out, when you start the game, it's going to start out green. Anytime you move into, or a guard moves into your space, you're going to have to roll a detection. If there's 2 guards in the space, you're going to roll 2 detection dice. If you roll, so the dice are set up in 2 blanks. Then there is 2 of these, which have the alert symbol and then the eye, and then there's 2 eyes. So 2 blanks are obviously blank. They're not going to see you. These, they will only see you if the alert token is red. So if it's early in the game and it's green, if you roll this, you're fine. But if you ever roll this, it doesn't matter. You are seen, they know you're there, and then you have to take evasive action or kill them and then take evasive action, or that's basically how it works. And so so you're going to kind of want to run around trying to avoid the guards and complete the objectives. Objectives are just a spot on the board or multiple spots on the board, and you just have to spend a certain number of actions there in order to complete the objective. So you're just moving around, you're doing things, you might find treasure chests. If any of you remember the video game or have played the video game, they also have these in the game, which are towers. So again, these are going to be, the map's going to be here, the tower might be part of it. You can climb to the top of a tower. You basically are untraceable when you're up there, and then just like the game, you can jump down, woo, into the cart of hay and hide in there. When you're in the cart of hay, you can pop out and kill people with your hidden blades. And so yeah, that's basically what you're going to be doing. You're going to be running around, you're going to be trying to complete objectives, trying to not get seen, trying to not get killed. And that's essentially how the game works. So, characters. Characters start with 3 health. You can get things like armor that give you extra health. You're going to get a hidden blade, which lets you'll see here, the cards are very simple. So this is the slot that it goes in. Well, here, let me pull up I'll show you a character board here. Looks like this. So you have slots for different things. Here's your hidden blade. So this will get slotted here. Here is your attack item. This one here. You can see the symbol there. We'll go in that spot. We have ranged item. There's a symbol there. It goes in that spot. This is your backpack that can carry things. Here's your armor down here. Skills you can acquire over the course of the game. And that's basically it. So it's pretty straightforward. You get 3 actions on a turn. These are your 3 action spots right here. And then if you end up not using all your actions, you can bank one of them for future rounds, so potentially you could have 4. And that's really it. You're just going to kind of be using those actions. You can bounce back and forth. There's no like turn order. You go, I go, you go, I go. You can maximize your movement, maximize your synergy with the other characters you're playing with to kind of do whatever you need to do to get things done. But let's look at just like a basic card. So this is your hidden blade. Here's the cost it takes to utilize this, which is 1 action cube. If you are incognito, which means you are currently not detected at all, eliminate 1 guard on your square. So you're basically killing a guard, and it's a free kill, basically, for, well, it costs 1 action, but you don't have to roll for it. If you wanted to attack them with a big ol' mace, for example, or a sword, or whatever have you, this is going to take you 1 action. You're going to get to roll 2 white dice. So the hidden blade, you don't have to roll any dice, you just kill 1. With this, now we're going to look at the attack die. There is 3 hits, 1, 2, 3. There is kind of your special ability, and then there's 2 retaliates. So again, you have like a 2/3 chance of positive outcome. This one, if you'll see each weapon typically will have the assassin symbol on it, which is kind of like your special. If your attack eliminated 2 guards, eliminate 1 more guard on the targeted square. So if you get 2 hits, you basically get a free 1/3. And the different weapons are going to give you different things. Same thing for this one here. We got throwing blades. You get 1, costs you 1 action. You roll 1 die. cannot be used in a canal. See, look at that. It points it out there. So you can see on the tile, tells you can't use ranged. On the card, you can't use ranged when you're in there. If you get the retaliate symbol, normally the guards are going to attack you back for whatever their attack is. So if you're fighting an agile guard, he's going to attack you back for 2. You ignore the result of a retaliate if there's only one enemy on the square. So that's the benefit of that. However, this one is actually kind of a negative for the assassin symbol, is one guard is eliminated and your stock of knives is depleted, and this card is returned back to the equipment supply. Alright, so that's kind of the game. Here you run around doing that. I talked about the headquarter issue and trying to figure that out. I'm hoping as the game goes forward, my brain will figure it out, but right now it's a little confusing. Oh, also, sorry I didn't show you. Like, your character has a special ability. Once per turn, if you're incognito, use your hidden blade attack for free. So he's got that. There's 4 different characters. They all have different special abilities. Some of them make it easier to hide. Some of them grant more actions, things like that. So, in this game, you really want to stay hidden. And bad dice roll can just happen. Like, you have a 2/3 chance of not being seen, typically, at least when you start the game. That's still like a 33% chance that you're going to get found out early on in the game, and only that particular character will get found out. So, I don't know this for sure, but in my brain, I feel like playing 4 characters would be easier than playing 2. You're going to bring more enemies onto the board, but you have more opportunities to take guards out, because if both your people are, if you're running 2 and both of them are all of a sudden like seen and the guards are alerted to it, makes things more difficult. So with 4, you have more opportunity to kind of mitigate some of that. You have 12 actions to take instead of just 6, essentially. So I feel like scaling might be an issue with the game, but again, I'm just in the intro. I haven't unlocked any skills yet. I know that characters get skills as they level up. I'm like 1 XP away from leveling my characters. So I haven't gotten to that. So I think that this is one of those situations where it's going to take more plays and more plays in leveling up the characters to really get a true feel for the game. Right now I'm coming in at 6.5, 7 on this game because I enjoy like running around and doing things, but I also feel like it needs more. It needs more. Now, sorry, rambling as I am wont to do. You also there is items in the game, and I think this is where I need to. There's a couple things with items. So I need to use items more frequently because, like this, you can use an action. It says smoke bomb. Target a nearby square. Any exposed assassin becomes incognito. So things like that. You can use town criers. There's things you can do to go back incognito that I think I need to utilize more. I'm early on in my plays, so that's something that I'm going to learn as I go along. But my question/concern is I got wiped in my first attempt at scenario 4, and if there is this symbol on a card, that means if you die, this goes away. And it goes not just back to the equipment deck where you can potentially get it again. It goes away. And so I'm concerned that you might start a mission without having a melee weapon. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe there's ways that you can buy them in, via the headquarters or things like that. But that would seem to make it nigh impossible to complete the game, complete a mission if you didn't have some kind of melee weapon, because you are going to get found over the course of the game. You're going to get alerted. Even using one of these weapons automatically causes the alert to go off, because you're using a loud weapon. It's not the hidden blade. It's just you. Sorry, they know. They hear it. So I guess that is where this is definitely a game I am going to come back to with a full Monty review on, because after one-ish plays in this one, it's not enough. It's not enough plays to just get through the tutorial. I gotta get more games under my belt. Maybe 10, 12 games in, I'll have a much better idea of where I'm at with this game and how I really feel about it, because I think at this point I don't have any skills. The headquarter unlocked some interesting things. I haven't used any of them yet, and so there's more with building up your headquarters. I have questions about like the blueprints and blah blah blah. I have lots of questions at this point, and so I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna play more. It's on my table, and it's gonna stay on my table, and then I will come back with a full Monty review and let you know if this thing has gone up or if it's just kind of stagnated at that. I'm gonna say a 6.5 at this point. So hopefully it climbs and we can say, oh yeah, baby, this is a keeper. This is one that you got to get your hands on. But at this point, we'll see what happens. So too early to tell after one-ish plays. That was a long time to tell you that. I'm going to give you 20 points if you've made it this far. I love you. Keep on keeping on. Hang in there. Keep on gaming. Have fun. Bye!